Arne Slot was sacked by Liverpool in what seemed like a very random move at the end of the season, and in his place comes the former Bournemouth manager Iraola stepping into his first big job. Liverpool, however, don't trust him with all the responsibilities though, and they've hired me to deal with all the transfers, ins and out. But there is just one problem. Manchester City have lost Pep Guardiola, and they've hired Enzo Maresca, and have also brought in my dad to be the director of football of transfers there too. So who can help their new manager the most bring in success to the club after Arsenal have just claimed a Premier League title across the next 5 seasons? Derby done United and Spurs with, of course, Carrick and De Zerbi.
Yeah.
Now it's Liverpool City with Iraola and Maresca. So already we haven't seen any of these two manage the clubs that we're at, because obviously when we did the De Zerbi versus Carrick, we had a bit of a taster already.
Yeah.
The end of the season, both managers have been there, and both obviously successful in endeavours of Carrick winning the Champions League qualification and De Zerbi avoiding relegation for Tottenham Hotspur.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so this time it's brand new. We don't know what Iraola or Maresca is going to be like at their jobs, but I have been lumped with Liverpool. Dad, you have got the job of buying players for Maresca. Now, how we do this is, you can see, we don't set up a tactic. You got a holiday past that first day. You got a holiday past all of these games and set all the responsibilities up for your assistant manager, which, as you can see, if I go on here and go down to the Liverpool coaching team, Iraola is my assistant manager. Basically, you got to buy players that hopefully he will play. And looking at this, he does prefer the 4-2-3-1, which does set itself up to Liverpool, I think, in these early years, especially already. So I don't think there was a lot of weaknesses that I needed to really look for with Liverpool. However, we did lose Mo Salah, and in this world, he has gone to PSG. So we've all of like the main transfers within our club already. You haven't got John Stones or Bernardo Silva. I haven't got Mo Salah or Kanate, who's gone to Real Madrid. We've sort of made sure those things happen. And outside of that, then, we have bought players in and around that. So looking at this, I went big in this first season on his replacement, and I've brought in Nico Williams. Good player, I think, for this position.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah, I like signing Nico. He's very good there. On both wings, so it's ideal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So he comes in as sort of my key signing in this first year. But then I also looked at it. The most expensive signing, £94 million, is William Pacho, Kanate's replacement. It allows Van Dijk to go on the right-hand side because he is right-footed predominantly, whereas William Pacho is left-footed. So the Ecuadorian, who is only 24 years of age, can go there and hopefully do a good job next to Van Dijk until obviously I have to replace him when he eventually leaves, retires, etc. And that replacement down the line could be Jeremy Jacket. Bought a player from Rennes. I felt dirty doing it.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of money. Yeah, we had a lot of money, and I don't really think there's a lot of positions right now that need replacing in this season 1. So I did that with £55 million signing of Jeremy Jacket. No other signings really left the club for me. Of course, it's in Iraola's 4-2-3-1. So let's go straight over to Dad's transfers for season number 1. And you've also got a very similar look to what I have. A couple of players have left the club, as we mentioned, but you've gone big on 2 signings, the exact same positions.
Yes.
Michael Olise being the most, 130 million.
Well, he's the perfect replacement for Silva, and he plays on the right hand side, and he'll come into the centre as well and do both of them. So and he's one of the best, I think, in the world at the present moment.
Hard to argue.
Yes. Yeah, definitely, yeah. 24 years of age. He's going to be here for the full challenge, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's one of the best players in the world. So £130 million over the next couple of years will probably pay itself back with how good he actually is.
Yeah.
Then you also went for a left-sided centre-back in Nico Schlotterbeck, who doesn't necessarily start, as you can see.
No, he won't, but it's just a straight replacement for John Stones, I feel. He can he'll come out with the ball as well. Very good pass about the ball as well. So I just think like for like. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we can see, Maresca at the Manchester City coaching staff is going to be your assistant manager, and again he likes the same formation, 4-2-3-1 with defensive midfielders and wide wingers, dropping into a 4-4-2 sort of out of possession, but he likes the tiki-taka style, so very similar to Pep Guardiola. In fact, even copied his hairstyle. I don't know if you recognise that. But so that's that's what we've got to work with. We are not in control of this, so all results are down to Iraola and Maresca, and so far it's 1-0 Iraola. Iraola because Liverpool have played Manchester City. Curtis Jones has got the only goal of the game at the Etihad.
Yeah, big surprise.
So,
good start for you.
Already, we grab ourselves a nice little point there. Now, the other Manchester City fixtures, you've actually dropped quite a lot of points, really.
Yeah, I haven't started very well at all. Losing the Community Shield already. Drawing against Brentford.
Draw with Palace as well.
Draw with Palace, losing Liverpool, yeah. But so I've gone ahead and sort of beat Spurs. So
yeah, there's the easy fixture that you had.
I just sort of setting it up for you there, really, wasn't I? Really?
Yeah, nice and easy. Ipswich also beat them in the third round of the Carabao Cup, so you're through to the Cups. Obviously, you get points for winning those as well. But lost the Community Shield, which you wouldn't have got a point for anyway, but maybe is that a sign of things to come? You took the lead within the first
Such a good
minute.
Start as well, yeah.
Yeah, and still went on to lose.
Lost it.
But there we go. All right, let's have a look at my fixtures. We know one of them, of course, the victory over Manchester City, but the rest of them also looking kind of good outside of Iraola's return to Bournemouth.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that, was he?
How ironic.
Yeah.
He goes and draws 0-0 there. Actually, we did lose to Aston Villa the first game of the season, which wasn't great. At home, too. But we won against Real Betis in the Europa Super League. I don't know why we're playing the Super Cup. Obviously, we're using the database, which uses the end of season, and then it just kind of... The cup winners are just random, so that's why that's happened. But Coventry 4-0 against them, which is nice. Obviously, the win against Manchester City, and even I've beaten Spurs as well at the start with Alexander Isak scoring there. So, Champions League fixtures for me, we've got Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Como, of course, are in it this year, Olympiacos and Barcelona, Bayer Leverkusen, Celtic, Fenerbahce. Kind of difficult start. The end is a little bit more generous.
Easier, yeah. I think you still should qualify.
Yeah. Bayern Munich and Frankfurt, so you've got a couple of German sides in there, Salzburg, Marseille and PSG, a nice little French middle there. Feyenoord, and then Slavia Prague and Villarreal. That sounds a lot easier than mine.
Yeah, I'm quietly confident there, I feel.
Yeah, I think you should be too.
Yeah.
All right, well, season number 1, I'm 1-0 up already. Can I keep that up going into the end of season number 1? Let's find out. Well, season number 1, Arsenal retain the league title, but Liverpool are second, miles ahead of Man City by 10 points.
It's a lot of points, isn't it? I mean, way behind Arsenal, so I'm very disappointed with that.
Yeah, Arsenal's in a league of their own, and I was in a league of my own there, sitting nice and comfortable. But 7 losses, didn't lose against you either. We also know, obviously, I won the first game, but I beat you at Anfield 3-0. So there is 3 points already Iraola's gained over you, which is great. Going down is surprising teams, Everton and Sunderland.
Yeah.
So that's 2 interesting sides going down. Coventry managed to stay up, as well as Ipswich Town, who did it with just 33 points. So fair play to them. Chelsea, with Xabi Alonso, all the way down in 13th. That's poor.
I wouldn't be happy with that.
Spurs up to 4th. Yes. This is usually upside down, where Spurs are 4th from bottom.
Yeah.
So, well done to them. Let's have a look at the Premier League table and see. Most goals were scored by Liverpool. Most clean sheets was Tottenham. Bloody hell. Vicario with 20 clean sheets?
No way.
That's crazy stuff. But Alexander Isak with 31 goals this season means that he is the league's top scorer. Bukayo Saka with the most assists there. So, Alexander Isak didn't score that many goals this year for Liverpool in real life. Can Iraola get the amount of goals out of him like this? Because it's way more than Erling Haaland this year.
Erling Haaland wasn't firing at all, was he? 24 goals in the league.
Because Ekitike was only just behind the Manchester City striker as well. So that's quite interesting there.
Good season for them too.
Definitely. Okay, what about the cup competitions? We've obviously got the Champions League, the EFL Cup, and the FA Cup. 4th round by Sunderland in the EFL Cup. But I have gone on and won the FA Cup. But that's what's disappointed me the most looking at this page, is Arsenal have knocked me out of the Champions League. But there's another 3 points. We beat Newcastle in the final there, which is nice. Kind of a good thing to see then, what we're lining up like. Now, there's no Virgil van Dijk. I imagine he's probably injured. But the end of the season, we are playing in a cup final. Isak, Hakpo, Wirtz in behind with Chiesa on the right, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
New signing Pacho is in there. Frimpong plays at right wing back. Leone there at centre back. Maybe the guys were injured. We'll have a quick gander. I don't know whether they were or not, but it doesn't look like they actually were, to be fair. My new sign, Nico Williams, but he did play 51 games and got 9 goals, 17 assists. So he has been playing in. That's fine then. I was hoping that'd be the case and not just absolutely flumped them and decided not to play them at all. But Dad, I've just seen it. It's a Champions League win
Come on, get
For
it.
Maresca in his first
Great
season.
start.
That's crazy stuff. What's even funnier is Elise scores his penalty in the game and then misses in the shootout. But Rodri scored the all-important one. Dembele and Barcola both missed in the penalty shootout for PSG. And Barcola actually took it to penalties with a 120th minute goal as well. So there we go. That's a massive win points-wise. And again, looking at this, no Erling Haaland in the final.
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe he is injured. But yeah, setting up in that 4-2-3-1 there, you can kind of see the roles. But we'll dive a little bit more deeper into that in season number 2 and have a look at the roles and everything that everybody's playing. Erling Haaland has been injured. I would have still played him if he was on orange. I would have still have played him as Erling Haaland. I think you can miss out.
You can't knock it because we've
He
won.
still won.
So, yeah, can't knock that.
Still won. Did you win the Carabao Cup? No. You were also knocked out. Forest won.
Yeah.
Fair play. Beating Newcastle there in the final. So, there we go. Got a trophy each, but yours is a little bit bigger than mine in terms of the Champions League.
Good start for me, I think.
A few more points as well. Now, squad-wise then, how is he getting in performing? Well, he's still getting the most out of Erling Haaland, 53 in 50 games.
So you were saving for the cup games then, really, wasn't he?
Yeah. Ryan Cherky seems to be enjoying playing him. 15 goals, 19 assists. Elise, 12 and 18.
Pleased with that. Good
Doku
start.
seems to be nailed down that left-hand side, and Phil Foden's probably flicking in between a few of different positions.
Does look like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, I would say so. Is there anybody that you think you're a little bit shocked that didn't get as many games? Semenyo maybe? He's dropped off massively.
Probably, yeah. That's about it, really. I think. Everybody else has got the games. Even my Schlockerbeck, he got 32 games.
I'm wondering whether he played left back.
It
looks like
in the
O'Reilly
Champions League
didn't play a
final,
lot.
he played left back. I noticed that.
Yeah.
So he
maybe
played a
he
few
is
games
playing
in there. Yeah.
Because O'Reilly didn't play many games at all.
No.
Most of the time he played centre back. So I don't know who's been playing left wing back. It's got to be it's Gvardio.
Yeah,
Has to be Gvardio, doesn't it?
48 games.
Yeah. So
and to be honest, I would expect that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I always forget about him because he plays mainly centre back or left wing back. So yeah. All right, fair play. Well, money wise, Dad, you got £214 million for Maresca this summer.
This is where it's interesting in this game as well, really, though, isn't it? Because you're talking, that's a lot of money, yeah, but you've already got a world class team.
Yeah.
So it's hard to sort of buy players that going to make the team any better. That's one player you're looking at, and maybe the one for the future I'm sort of looking at.
Yeah, because again, we don't decide whether they play or not. So even if you do buy one for the future, there's no guarantee that our manager is going to be like, let's use them and
you could totally
build
waste
on
that
them.
money, really, couldn't you?
Yeah, we had a brief look at this, but 41 goals for Alexander Isak with 11 assists, not bad at all. Ekitike got 27. Vert's had a good season as well. Gakpo played more than what I thought he would. Nico Williams, 17 assists, I am pleased with. Virgil van Dijk seemed to have played alongside William Pacho, who did have 39 appearances with 10 off the bench, so that's good. I think the main shock for me is maybe Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yes, definitely. I've just seen that. Yeah,
not playing
two
that many
starts.
games at all. Leone only had one start. That was the FA Cup final. It was the only game he played was the FA Cup final. That's crazy. So yeah, I think maybe the only one I'm a little bit surprised with is Dominic Szoboszlai. But looking at it, he doesn't play defensive midfield. He only plays centre mid or attacking midfield. And that might go against, obviously, Iraola's formation.
Yeah.
He plays with defensive midfielders. So, yeah, he's not getting as much game time as maybe what we thought he would. But there we go. All right, £148 million for Liverpool to spend this summer. But let's have a look at the points before we see who we bring in with that cash. Season 1 points are Mega Luke with 6 and Dad with 8. I decided a solid athletic defensive midfielder in Manu Kone was the best choice for this season as he arrives from Roma.
There could have been 3 players who you would class as a key signings this summer, but I went with the most expensive in Endrick from Real Madrid.
All right, Dad, a few players to be offloaded here. You got Marmoush going to Tottenham for £60 million.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips, who's gone to Crystal Palace for not that much. Mateus Nunes going to PSG for 53. Kovacic going for 15, Nathan Ake for 8, which has allowed you to spend a lot of money.
Or just clearing out really the players that I could see weren't even getting into the team sort of thing. And I just brought players in, sort of replacing a couple of them, some for the future, some for right now.
Sandro Tonali being one of them. I mean, you went big on 2 midfielders.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, that was a position I really targeted this summer, and I couldn't get either of these two because you pulled the trigger first. Sandro Tonali from Newcastle and Vitinha from PSG.
I mean, this was the main one. This is the one that could have been my key signing, really, because I just think this guy here he's just world class, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he plays in both of them, defensive midfielder and just going forward as well. If Rodri gets injured, this guy just is going to drop in, really. So
he probably plays alongside Rodri.
And he'll probably play alongside him, but he'll do the same sort of job as what Rodri does for Man City as well.
Yeah, then you got Finn Jelks from Stuttgart, who's a young defender. He's not that bad, to be honest.
It's not, he's just, like I said, I'm just getting a couple for the future, really. I mean, Hendrick really is, you can say he's one for now, but I've got Haaland in the team, haven't I? So getting injuries, that guy's right there for it, really.
Gilberto Mora from Mexico.
Yeah,
so you've seen him signing a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I've even seen somebody comment saying, Gilberto Mora has been signed again. I think I was on the last video we did, but there he is again. And then Diane Mithali from Toulouse, £31 million, left back.
Yeah, left back in position. I just wanted another player for that sort of position just to make sure I've got sort of real good cover there. He's only 21 years of age.
Yeah, he's gone back on loan to Toulouse anyway this season. Right, First team football, while you've got the likes of Gvardiol, etc. But there we go. You've even loaned out the likes of Savinho to Arsenal.
Yeah, I know. It's surprising because they're willing to pay the money to his wages and that. So I'm going to take that. Gives him really good experience. Top Premier League side, so he's getting good experience as well, really. The
other signings that joined here at Liverpool, there was a couple, to be honest, and I've gone down a very similar route, to be honest. We got Luka Vuskovic from Tottenham. I know, I spent £70 million on a Spurs player. It's crazy, really. But defender-wise, it's either Vuskovic or it's like 200 odd million for like Pau Kabasi. There is not a lot of options in between.
There wasn't a lot of it. I think this guy's good. I'm a bit surprised that Spurs want to release him, really.
Yeah.
But I would sort of keep him. He's
Perfectionist
definitely one for the
personality.
future, but he wants to play, doesn't he? That's the problem.
Yeah, only 20, 6'4".
Very
Not
good.
the most agile of players or fast players, but yeah, he has okay potential. If he does reach that, then he probably would be a starting player. Right now, he won't be in front of obviously Van Dijk, etc. Then I went for Mateus Fernandes Pardo, who I've loaned straight back to Lille. So that's a Belgian winger who potentially in the future we could look. In my head, I'm thinking when Cody Gakpo goes, I'll bring this guy in because Cody Gakpo I'm not the biggest of fans of. And Eli Junior Krupi, who I like anyway.
Like it's paid, don't we?
But he's only 21. I've loaned him back to Bournemouth, so he's getting the game time still. He's already got 2 goals, 1 assist in 4 games. Plays up front, can also play in that number 10 should he need to.
Well, look about this on this game, you can get him quite cheap as well, and he's a good striker for you.
Yeah, he's not bad at all, is he? I didn't really sell a lot of players at all, to be honest. There's a couple of players who went out on loan. I really did struggle to get rid of the players that I wanted to get rid of, likes of Chiesa, just wouldn't go. Rejected a few clubs for £31 million, ended up loaning them out, so I mean that's fine. We'll see whether they come back and pay for them at the end of the season, I guess. But let's have a look at the fixtures. How have we started this season? We beat Arsenal in the Community Shield. Dad couldn't do that last year. We've done it this year. But then we've beaten Ipswich 1-0, Aston Villa 1-1, but we were down to 10 men. You got set up for the last second of the game. This though, 4-0 against Arsenal.
Hell of a good result.
It's crazy. They just won the league at a canter as well, by the way.
Yeah.
But looking at the lineup, I mean, Isak from the left, Ekitike up front. I thought that was the other way round by looking at the goals last season. Which is a little bit surprising. Nico Williams on the right, Florian Wirtz is there. Manu Kone goes next to McAllister in this situation. Pacho and Virgil van Dijk are playing on their opposite foot.
Something wrong here.
Makes 0 sense. Don't know what Iraola is doing there, but there we go. Frimpong has an inverted wing back. Okay, I mean, there's a winger in front, so that's fair enough. And then wing back in Kirkez. So, can't argue with it. They battered them 4-0.
Yeah.
But the player roles is a little bit strange. Manu Kone, new signing, man of the match though. So, he had a great game in there. Drew then 0-0 to Newcastle after that. So, we're keeping a lot of clean sheets. And if you look, we only actually conceded against Aston Villa, which was
who
one
you
goal.
lost against last season.
Yeah, that's right. And then we beat West Brom in the Cup as well. So, not too bad. But our Champions League fixtures, we've got Bayern Munich, AC Milan, who I've got the shirt on right now. I left the link for the shop that I got this from in the last video, if you want to have a look. A-Star Instagram page. Then we've got Barcelona. Then we've got Lille and Maccabi Tel Aviv. Then Juventus. Ending with Shakhtar and Galatasaray at home. A lot easier than what it was last year. But I think I was one of the higher pots this time because we finished in second place. Let's have a look, Dad, at your fixtures at the start of the season. How is it playing out for you in Manchester? It was a great start with a nice 6-0 win over Nottingham Forest, winning the Super Cup against Dortmund, but then losing 2-0 to Newcastle after just buying Sandro Tonali off them.
It's just a strange way, you go out and you win 9-0 on aggregate in 2 games, and then you get stuffed 2-0, then you go away and win 4-0. Well, next game 4-0. It's a funny old game, as people used to say back in my time. Yeah.
Aston Villa, a nice little 3-1 win against them. So let's have a look at this Aston Villa win then. We've got Erling Haaland up front. Elise is on the right. Cherki is like a free roll. Foden on the left-hand side as a winger. I mean, we've seen him play there for England. He was awful because all he wanted to do was cut back inside, even though he's left-footed.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating to watch. Defensive midfield, which, Rodrigo's perfect for that, or Rodri.
Yeah.
And then next to him, box-to-box playmaker in Vitinha. That's an interesting role.
It's an interesting one, but it's the right one, I feel.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. He is better in that sort of, further back position, going into the next stage up, really, pushing forward, really.
We got 2 goals in that game. He won man of the match.
Yeah.
Guardiola's an inverted wing-back. And then we've got 2 ball-playing centre-backs in Guehi and Ruben Diaz. An inside full-back, so he sits in as like a third centre-back for Kushnerov, which is not a bad thing, actually, if you think about it, because the box-to-box playmaker is going to bomb forward.
And
you got Elise who's not exactly tracking back, so he slides across in as the 3.
So out of the 2 managers, you would say mine's sort of the one who's bang on the button.
I would say for like player roles, etc. Yeah, definitely to begin with.
Looks that way, doesn't it, so far?
Inzaghi, funny enough, is the Aston Villa manager now, so yeah, that's quite an interesting one. Champions League fixtures for you, Dad. You got Real Madrid and Porto kicking things off. Then it's Monaco away, Feyenoord and Bayern Munich, then Sporting, finishing up with Salzburg and Sociedad. Again, easier than last year.
I think so, yeah. So hopefully go all the way again.
All right, well, season number 2. The points quite close in season number 1, so let's see how they pan out this year. Well, there we have it. Iraola is the first man to claim a Premier League title out of the 2 by a point.
You nearly chucked it away, by the looks of it.
Lost the 2 last games.
Yeah.
Last season had 81 points, which was more than what they've actually won the bloody league with this year. Arsenal dropped off massively, but it was quite close for the top 4.
Yeah.
Tottenham and Arsenal
points,
up there. So not bad from all of them. I lost 6 games, did lose 1 to you there. There was a 3-0 in there, but did I beat you as well? I did 2-0. So we share a point each there, but I do win 5 points for winning the league title and lifting the Premier League trophy. Well, I didn't. Iraola did for Liverpool, which is great. Now, goals-wise, Erling Haaland claims his top scorer prize back with 22. They also scored the most goals in the league as a team, but Liverpool kept the most clean sheets and had the fewest conceded, which is great. Now, the player statistics, let's see if we got... So Erling Haaland only fired 22 goals for you. Still
quite surprised with that. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Marmoush, you just sold, has got 20, same as Voltemada and Alexander Isak, so the chasing pack there. But Michael Elise with 15.
That's brilliant, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, Ekitike also on 15. Krupi's even down there as my player who's still at Bournemouth on loan, got 12, so that's nice to see. But yeah, there we go. What about the other competitions? Do I retain the FA Cup? Maybe win a Champions League? No. No FA Cup. But I did win EFL Cup, so that's another one. Beating Newcastle in the final. Didn't I just beat them in the FA Cup final? I think I did. So that's two finals I've beaten Newcastle in there. Arsenal have knocked me out in the semi-final of the Champions League again. That's really annoying. Who did they go on to face in the final? Oh, get out.
Come on.
Maresca wins the Champions League first. Wow. Okay, fair enough. Elise with a goal and an assist in the final and a man of the match performance. Vitinha got the other one. Erling Haaland got the one to secure the victory in the final. Fair play. Foden actually played in the number 10 role there.
Yeah,
Doku played from the left. Rodri Vitinha kept that 2 position there in the back. The back line stayed exactly the same.
Back 6 stayed the same, yeah.
So there we go. Well, interesting stuff. Liverpool, 39 goals from Alexander Isak. Hugo Ekitike got 25. That's massive. Florian Wirtz, 24 and 18 as well. Loaned out the likes of Rio Ingamoa. Hopefully, he gets good enough that Iraola starts to play him. I just know at this point he won't.
No.
So it's kind of pointless doing that. But I would like... The dream scenario would be to get rid of the likes of Chiesa and others, Gakpo, and then allow Rio to be that, like... substitute off the bench, gain a little bit of development, and then eventually start. We are losing Virgil van Dijk.
Wow.
50 games he played this year, retiring.
I mean, we've both got a few sort of what I would class as players coming to a certain age that could be close to it, but yours is the first one, so I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, we are also losing, by the looks of it, Chiesa and Dominik Szoboszlai, who did play a little bit more than what he did last year, but not a lot. Vuskovic did play 26 games, so that's good. More than what I thought he actually might, to be fair, playing centre-back, because Manu Kone is slotted in quite nicely alongside McAllister. I mean, Ryan Gravenberch actually played more games starting off than McAllister. So maybe all three of them are just rotating, which is kind of nice. That's the perfect scenario, really. I've got £181 million.
Not bad.
So that's not too bad at all. Now, did you get to the FA Cup? No, 5th round by Arsenal in the FA Cup. So that was won by Newcastle. So although they lost in a couple of the finals, they've done all right there.
Done well, yeah.
So,
getting 2 finals.
Yeah, well, you were knocked out by Arsenal in that run, but that's kind of it. But should we have a look at the Champions League, actually, before we have a look at the players and on how they did on yours? So league phase, I was second, only behind. I lost to Galatasaray in that final game. Only behind Arsenal. You were there without losing, 3 draws, Real Madrid being one of them, but the other 2 really should be winning that.
Yeah, definitely.
Final in Salzburg. Winning the other 5, so beating Bayern Munich is the highlight there. We both went into the round of 16. I knocked out Fiorentina, you knocked out Slavia Prague. Quarter-final, I knocked out Barcelona, you knocked out Porto 7-1. And semi-final, of course, you were knocking out Roma, and that was where I lost to Arsenal. So 3 teams from Premier League in there. You got £293 million. Looking at your team, where the hell are you going to spend that?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, Hendrick, you bought for £150 million, started 12 games.
Yeah, I mean, I did say that at the beginning, though, didn't I? I've bought him for the future, just in case Alan gets injured. He hasn't got injured yet, so still 35 goals yet, 51 starting, so he's just sat on the bench, and he poor lad, isn't he? So Elise's done it again, 21 goals, 14 assists, so you can't knock it really. The players I have bought so far have done well for me. Where do I look to now? And it doesn't look like I've got any players who sort of like coming close to sort of retirement, which I thought I did.
No, not at all. 31's your oldest age.
Yeah, I mean, Rodri's 31, but what's he got? He's still got another year in his contract, but I think I'll approach him now and try and give him another couple of years contract.
Yeah.
Because his fitness levels looks really good there, so I think he'd be all right to stay.
All right. Well, £300 million, you've got to find somebody to buy with it. Or else Maresca's going to be wondering
bit
what
of head
the hell
scratching going on there and see what I can do. I'll have a look around and see who else I can sell and see who's available.
All right, well, let's have a look at the points then at the end of season number 2. Season 2 points are Mega Luke with 9 and Dad with 9, meaning the total points are Luke with 15 and Dad with 17. I went big for season 3 and I brought in Jude Bellingham for Iraola, so I'm hoping that he plays in centre midfield, but I know he favours defensive midfielders instead, so we will see. But either way, Jude Bellingham should play, surely.
I also signed a Real Madrid midfielder in Camavinga, £169 million for the French international, who can also help out at left back.
Right, Dan, an interesting transfer window. We both went for Real Madrid's midfielders after you took their striker last year, of course. £82 million on the outs, but that does include a couple of players from last season. In fact, it doesn't include anybody from this season there, but there was £84 million on the other side there. So we've got Semenyo, who went for £50 million to Barcelona, Savinho, who then made the move permanent to go to Arsenal, and then that was basically it. But players on the ins then, just the 3.
Yeah.
We've got Levi Colwill from Chelsea, or, by the way, over £100 million players. Look at that.
Yes, I did have a bit of money, good money to spend, so I looked at this signing as well, and I just thought, well, he was English as well. That sort of helped me, sort of made my mind up really to get another English person in there, rather than buying all foreign players all the time. He'd probably not get in the starting lineup, but he's going to be there or thereabouts, I feel. Okay,
then Ethan Nwaneri, who
21-year-old,
right across the front
21-year-old, right across the top 3. It's a no-brainer, really. Good price, good player. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that signing. Another English one. So yeah, that's what I was looking at really. And then my main signing with Camavinga, I've just got him into the side. When you can get hold of that player and Real Madrid's going to release him, you've just got to go for it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I also thought exactly the same when I went for Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Now, I'm a little bit like, I don't think he's actually going to play him in that centre midfield spot, but it's because I sold McAllister. Alexis McAllister, now aged 29, will be 30 when he turns this season, with only 14 natural fitness. And when PSG was sniffing around him for 74 million, I was like, well, you're gone, pal.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes way more sense. But then we also sold £66 million. Gakpo's gone to Arsenal. Owen Beck went for £7 million as well, so that was nice. Loaned out Jeremy Jackett to try and get some game time for him. Chiesa left on a free to go to Tottenham. And Krupi went out on loan to Galatasaray. He's got 6 and 8 already, so just trying to give him as much game time as possible, and hopefully he comes back as a starting player for us. That would be the great thing. But I've brought back Jarell Quansah. Now, didn't have enough money to go big on a defender, so Jarell Quansah is like the elite level, replacing Virgil van Dijk with somebody who's homegrown.
Yeah.
Keeps in that quota, English as well, and was just tall, very quick, very strong. that's why we went for him. Not bad on the ball either. And to be honest, for £48 million, I think that's quite a good deal, really. Buy.
You're not going to get a player that good, really, for 48 million usually. No. So I think that's a good signing.
Well, it says it all because then I had to spend £120 million on a goalkeeper. Now, who'd have thought I'd be the first one to buy a goalkeeper? But Joan Garcia has joined the club. Alisson, of course, might have actually retired. I can't remember whether he's still in the team or not. He is still in the team, okay. I knew he's only got 1 year left on his deal. He is still knocking around, but I thought I'll get the goalkeeper while I have the money, and he's interested in joining. Yeah. There's not a many goalkeepers that can come in and go straight into Liverpool's first 11.
No, definitely not.
Who's only 27 himself, so that's what my thought process was with that. Now we started and we've played against each other, Dad, but we have drawn against each other, and Jude Bellingham scored in the 92nd minute, so that's an interesting tie to kick things off.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at the two teams at Anfield there, Jude Bellingham played in the advanced midfielder role. I'm quite surprised by that.
So he's changed his tactic because of the player you brought in.
Well, he didn't change his tactic because he was playing 4-2-3-1 anyway, but he was playing Florian Wirtz there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was, yeah. Sorry.
So I thought Bellingham would go in here or there, next to Kone or Gravenberch. But he hasn't, and that's what surprised me.
Still a very good player to be put into that position, really, and you can't blame him for putting him in there, really. He's got a good replacement if he gets injured. That's the way I'll be looking at it.
Now, on the other side of things, Camavinga actually goes into that left side of centre midfield there, but I actually think he come off the bench because Rodri seemed to win man of the match, but Coutinho is also there and scored in the 29th minute, so I think Camavinga might have come off the bench. Might be the same for Bellingham as well, to be fair. I'm not quite sure. Those are the only two new signings in there. The rest of them, actually Quanta actually started, so there, fair enough. But yeah, outside of the other fixtures then, we won the Community Shield, beating Newcastle on penalties, beat Brentford 1-0, Isak scoring that. After the draw with you, I also drew to Palace, which is a bad one. Jude Bellingham scored again though in the 52nd minute. In that one, is he playing in that same position? No. So that time he's playing from the left with Isak up front. He can play anywhere.
He is one of those players, and if you get an injury anywhere, you can just slide him in there and you know he'll do a job for you.
Yeah. He has also cost me $500,000 a week. So, would I like to see his tax bill at the end of the year?
No.
Jesus. And then we beat Palace like 3 days later at the same ground. Jude Bellingham scores again.
Yeah.
And Pardo gets the winner. So, they do not like Jude Bellingham, but he has started well in a Liverpool shirt. Atletico Madrid and Real Betis kick things off from the Champions League for us. Then it's Red Bull Salzburg, Leipzig and Bayern Munich, Juventus, Malmo and Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt at home.
Yeah.
3 points. Right. For yourself though, Dad, fixtures at the start of this season, better than what it has been.
Yes.
Goes without saying there. You beat Leipzig in the Super Cup, then beat Newcastle 2-0. Erling Haaland got a late one in there. After the draw with myself, you then played Tottenham and beat them 2-1. Erling Haaland got himself a brace. Marmoush scored against his former club.
Again.
Then you knocked out Villa.
Yeah, that's a good result for me.
In the
Very pleased with
Cup.
that. Looks like I've played a couple of other players.
Yeah, rotated the
squad around.
Cup.
So I don't mind them doing that as long as you go on and win. That's the cup that you get knocked out very, very early because you're sort of rotating the first part of the squad in you really, and you get knocked out very early doors.
Yeah, but then your rotated players are Nwaneri, Endrick, Yelch, who you paid like £50 million for, and James Trafford.
Yeah, so it can be back
anywhere, is it? Your Champions League fixtures: Inter Milan and Fenerbahce. Then you've got Bayern Munich, Victoria Pilsen and Bologna. So nice little easy middle there. Frankfurt again, it's not that too difficult really for you at this stage. Shakhtar and Marseille. I mean, I don't want to say they've handed it to you on a platter, but
I think that's the easiest draw I've had for a long, long time.
Yeah, Inter Milan away and Bayern Munich at home, and then after that, it's 3 points everywhere.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if that actually happens and see if Dad can retain the Champions League. Well, in fact, can Maresca retain the Champions League at Manchester City? Well, Dad, Maresca's won the league title as well.
Yes.
1 for 1. Leeds are in 4th. What? That's mental. They got more points than me here at Liverpool. 67 points, 68 points. Who's manager of Leeds right now? Daniel Farke is still the manager. That's insane. They've done so well.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
Fair play to them. I was expecting to see David O'Leary after all of the times that David O'Leary popped up and been amazing. You just come back out of retirement and just be Leeds United in all the retro databases.
I would say, looking at that as well, I've won for goals scored because the goal difference is the same.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So is it the goals scored?
It will go with goals for,
yeah.
Same points, same goal difference, yeah. Has to be. Even at the same identical record as Arsenal. Lost 5, didn't lose to me. That's the trouble. I needed to take points off of you, really. I only took a draw there, which meant you beat me in the other fixture 2-0. So there you go. You also get a point for that one as well as winning the league title. Let's have a look at the statistics for the league then. Erling Haaland got 31.
That's a bit
so
better.
He's getting the most out of him.
Yeah.
I had the most clean sheets with 16. Fewest conceded 32. But Manchester City with 79 goals scored. So yeah, you did win. You did score the most goals. And Erling Haaland got 31 of them. 23 for Voltemada. Even Evan Ferguson got 21. And then Isak got 20. So not as much as what I was hoping it would be. The two Leeds boys, though, has got 30 goals between them. That's the reason why they've done so well. So not too bad at all. Cup competitions then. How do we do in that one? Runner-up in the EFL Cup. FA Cup. Arsenal have won it. The quarter-final of the Champions League by Tottenham. I hate playing North London clubs in the Champions League, don't I? Jesus. Who beat me in the EFL Cup? Oh my God. Spurs again. 6-1. Wow. Arne Slot as the manager.
Oh.
Revenge.
Ugh.
Revenge for Arne Slot, who came across and beat them with Chiesa as well playing for them. That's hilarious how he's managed to do that. Fair enough. EFL Cup, that's quite an interesting one. Oh, maybe I knocked you out along the way. That would be nice if I managed to do that. Nope. Oh, you went out early. Arsenal again.
Arsenal.
They are a bogey team at the minute, aren't they, in cup competitions? Speaking of which, they won the FA Cup. They beat Brentford 4-0 in the final of that. How did we get on, though? 4th round. You made the 4th round, as did I. We went through to the 5th round. Arsenal for you. Man United for me, and then I
picked them for the league, though, didn't I? So
yeah, that's true.
I got revenge on them.
So yeah, they did knock you out of 2 competitions. Champions League. Arsenal won that one as well.
I bet they knocked me out.
Yeah, so they beat PSG in the final of that one. The semi-final, no, PSG knocked you out of that one. But Arsenal did beat Spurs in what looks like is the most boring semi-final of all time. Quarter-final stage was when Spurs knocked me out and you were knocking out Porto. So round of 16, you knocked out Barcelona, I knocked out Bodo Glimt again. So I had to go away that time. Knockout player for round, neither of us played in that, but we both played in the league phase.
Whoa, there we are.
We've topped it. I won that one on goal difference. Leipzig was the only game I lost. I did draw, though, to Bayern Munich. You lost to Inter Milan, which was the first game you played. And then drew Frankfurt, winning the other 6. So, yeah, interesting results there for this season. But, okay, how did the new guys perform? Alisson only played 6 games, which means he did go for Joan Garcia. Yeah. He's also leaving. He's going to Atletico Madrid. So, fair enough. We lose Alisson from now. Alexander Isak did get 30 goals, though. Krupi got 30 on loan.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
maybe it's time.
There, isn't it?
It's just like... The star rating, you just know he won't play him as much, but he could be better than Isak in the long run. But you can't guarantee game time here unless I loan him out. Ekitike got 22 and 19. Florian Wirtz did all right as well. Jude Bellingham, 14 goals, 8 assists. Where's he been playing in, though? That's the interesting thing. Yeah, it's attacking midfield left. Few centre, attacking midfield left. The only time he plays centre mid is when he was international.
Yeah, he's playing, though. That's the main thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You know, you can't sort of class it as wasted money.
No. It's just a very strange scenario, isn't it? Vuskovic seems to have played quite a lot alongside Jarell Quansah and William Pacho at the back there. Manu Kone still getting game time too. We've got £159 million to spend this summer. Where's yourself, Dad? Let's see. The start of the season looked a lot better than what you had last year. 50 goals from Erling Haaland there.
Yes, they're great things, isn't it? I'm going to get that every season from him.
The drop-off is phenomenal.
Yeah, it
14.
Is.
Doku and Phil Foden and Michael Olise. That's not big for Michael Olise, is
no,
it?
that's his worst season of the 3 seasons I've had him so far. So, disappointed with that. So
Coutinho's done all right, though.
Yeah.
New signings this year. Who did you have this year? Camavinga. So he did play 48.
Yeah. 48 games.
And Nwaneri, who got 13. So
yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, Camavinga was the main one when I wanted him to be just to strengthen that midfield. He's played 48 games, so I've got to be pleased with that, really.
Okay, money-wise, you got £254 million. Massive wage budget too.
Yeah.
How massive is the points lead, though? Let's find out. Yeah, season 3 is not a good season for Luke with 0 points, but Dad picks up 6 points, leaving the total now at Omega Luke with 15 and Dad with 23. I decided to be risky and pay over £100 million for young defensive midfielder Buhari from Lille in hopes that Iraola will play him and turn him into a world-class midfielder that we all know he can become.
My season 4 key signing cost me 206 million, and it's an Arsenal player. William Saliba joins us to improve our defence.
All right, death taxes and dad signing Arsenal players. Schlotterbeck has left for £55 million.
Yep, he was wanted and he wanted to go his way. He wasn't getting enough game time, so I can't blame him really when I brought in a perfect replacement for him, I feel.
Yeah, £51 million for Reinders as well, so that's where all the money has been allowed to come in. But we've got Saliba for 206 million, which is mental.
I didn't really want to spend that much, but when you've got that money and you just think, well, that's the only player I really feel that could have come into my team
and improve it.
So
yeah.
That's what I had to do. I had to pay that money.
Nico Paz, though, joins for 87 million.
I'm quite happy with getting this guy in. He can play in that sort of attacking midfield role. I've noticed, looking at some of the team sheets, that he's played quite a few players in that role. So hopefully he'll play this. It just slot that player running in that position as well.
And then Karabashvili, who is going to be like your backup left back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a very good sort of backup one. 20 years of age, good one for the future, I feel.
So there we go. Those are the signings for Dad there. Let's have a look outside of Buadi, who I do think is a bit of a risk. However, it does look like he is favouring him at the start of the season and playing him, which is great. So Ryan Gravenberch sold him for £60 million. I think that's a smart deal to move at this point. 27 years of age. He's not world class. He's just an elite level player. As soon as PSG started inquiring, he wanted to leave anyway. So for 60 million, that's absolutely fine for me. We loaned out a couple of players as well, which is fine. So bringing him in as Buadi, I think he will start this season and play most of the games. He's played 2 so far, which is kind of like, okay. But I think he's good enough to play the majority of the games.
Yeah,
what a player, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
2 games I've watched the World Cup of Morocco. He has been the outstanding talent.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, he's 18 years old. And how good is he on the world stage, especially against Brazil? He was phenomenal. But then we went big and brought in Morgan Rogers, who was transfer listed at Aston Villa for £43 million. So I find that mental, but it has meant that with the likes of Gakpo leaving, Krupi and Mateus Pardo, I've loaned out Mateus Pardo again because he's not as good as Morgan Rogers. So we've brought Morgan Rogers in from Aston Villa, £43 million. Then I had a little bit of money left over, so I thought I'd bring in a right back who can challenge the other 2 guys. As it turns out, it doesn't look like Iraola fancies him at all. He hasn't even featured yet off the bench. That is Alberto Costa, who we paid quite a bit of money from Porto. But again, these signings could be risky if he doesn't see them fit to actually play. He will not play them. For his sake, he hasn't come off the bench at all yet. Now, we've only played 2 games in August so far. Both of them have been losses. Aston Villa defeated me 2-1. Brentford defeated me 2-1. It's not been a great start for Iraola's Liverpool at the start of season number 4.
Not good at all, is it?
No. Inter Milan kicked things off in the Champions League, though, against us. Benfica, then it's Freiburg, Karabag, Barcelona, then it's Juve, and then ending things off with AEK of Greece and Monaco of France. So, not bad.
Easy one there for you, I think?
Yeah, I think that's not too bad at all. Okay. Let's have a look at your fixtures, Dad, at the start of this season. Again, you've only played a number of games, but you have played one more because you played on the Saturday instead of the Sunday, and that was a 7-2 win against Tottenham Forest. Erling Haaland with a hat-trick there, some big goal scorers.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, nice at 4-0 against them, but a 2-0 loss
2-0 loss, yeah. Bad start to the season.
You've bought Rodrigo, and you just sold Reinders to them.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So that's a bit of payback time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 late goals as well done me, so... Yeah, but I'd still done Arsenal in the Community Shield, so that's good enough for me.
Ryan Cherky with the only goal.
Yes.
PSG in the Champions League, then Juve, tough start. Monaco away, not exactly easy. Inter Milan away.
That's 3 teams that you got as well.
Yeah, Leipzig away, Freiburg at home, PSV at home as your Champions League phase.
It's all right. I'm
tricky than mine, I think.
Yeah, a little bit tricky, but I've got through worse.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, though, Inter Milan actually knocked you out of the FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah.
In the semi-final of that. I didn't go on to win it. It was Barcelona who won in extra time against Inter Milan. So everybody always mentions that if we never reference it. But there we go. That time it was Barcelona. Season number 4. I've got a bit of catching up to do after my lackluster season 3 without picking up any points. Oh, wow. It's a huge drop-off.
Come on.
For Liverpool there.
That is that's a big surprise. Even Everton beat you.
Yeah, and you've gone on and won the league. Now, people might be questioning, well, surely you've been sacked from that point. We've been ourselves unsackable for the sake of this experiment, because obviously we want it to be Iraola and Maresca. We want to see what they do across 5 years. A little bit boring if we get us sacked because they're incompetent. I think I would have been sacked at that point.
100%.
I think Iraola would have been sacked, especially because 2 seasons ago he's winning the league. That's a huge drop off there. 13 losses across the league campaign as well. There's one of them against you. Did I beat you? No. Did we draw? No. So you actually beat me twice in that league campaign as well. So, yeah, that's a lot of points for you that you're gaining right there. Erling Haaland, 27 goals. Tottenham had the most clean sheets. So let's have a look at the all-time goals for this season. Isak was right behind him, 25. Okay, that's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Harry Kane, by the way, is at Chelsea.
He always moves to another London
does always
side.
come to the Premier League side.
Harry, you would never do it. Why do you do this?
I don't know. You would go to Arsenal. Or Man United. Jeremy Doku, 13, and Nico Paz, 13. So they're playing games. Nico Paz played 34 games. So that's interesting.
Yeah, pleased with that.
As you kind of wanted it, really. And secured another Premier League title. Did you secure anything else? You've also won the FA Cup, Dad. You beat Manchester United in the final of that one. In the EFL Cup, you didn't win that one. Manchester United beat Brighton in the final there.
Yeah. Champions
League, though, lost in the final against PSG.
Close one.
Yeah. Oh, you were 3-0 down. It was not close.
Oh, no.
Luis Enrique's PSG still beat you there. So they were 3-0 up. Bukayo Saka got 2 goals. Ryan Gravenberch assisted him. This PSG side, which we've decimated, and then they've replaced with McAllister and Gravenberch in the midfield, which is funny, isn't it? How that's all played out. But there we go. How did the whole campaign look? So the league phase, you finished in 3rd, losing 1 game to Inter Milan, drawing 1, which was PSG, and winning 6. So you won all the easy ones there.
Yeah.
I won 6, again, fairly easy ones, as well as Inter Milan and Monaco, but I lost 2 against Barcelona and Juve, which meant we both went to round 16. I knocked out Leeds United. Fair play.
Yeah.
And then you knocked out AC Milan. Quarter-final stage, you didn't knock me out. Manchester United knocked me out in the Champions League. Oh, but that was an interesting time. Man U Liverpool in the Champions League. And then semi-final, you beat Bayern Munich 8-2 on aggregate. Could have been an all-Manchester final. PSG defeated Manchester United there. All right, well, how are we looking statistically here at Liverpool? Isak with 38 and 10. Ekitike 25 and 9. Morgan Rogers played way more than what I thought he would. Wow. Looks like he's took over from Ekitike by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz 13 and 15. Jude Bellingham still playing 49 games. But where? Attacking midfield left, attacking midfield centre, even played up front against Ireland for England. Looks like he's playing that attacking midfield slot majority of the time. Fair enough. Okay, can't grumble with that. At least he's playing. Buadi, new signing, played 40 times. That's good.
Yes.
That's very good.
Definitely,
him and Kone next to him. That's exactly what I wanted. So that's fantastic. So, yeah. Eli Krupi, though. After 30 goals last season, just the 1 this year.
Yeah, didn't start any games, all off the bench.
Feels like a bit of a shame, really, but there we go. Vuskovic and Gerald Konsa plays pretty much alongside Pacho, although actually Konsa played more than Pacho, so probably the other way around. And Rio Ingamoa's not exactly playing many games either. He's come off the bench 19 times, started 1. New signing Alberto Costa didn't start a single game at right wing back. Oh dear, oh dear. Your new signings, Dad, didn't have many of them this year, of course, but how did they all do this year? So Elise and Haaland, that's better from Elise.
Yeah,
way better.
He had his bad season last season. Come back with it there. Nico Paz as well.
That's
19
an impressive
goals.
season for 33 starts.
Yeah, definitely. So those two in midfield sort of helped me out there really well, really. So
Cherki, the outstanding talent there, 26 assists, 14 goals. Not bad at all. Phil Foden actually does quite well, really, in comparison.
William Saliba, 53 games he started, didn't score. I don't mind that.
No.
Sort of won the league with him, so that's a good start, really.
He's keeping them out. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Karabashvili played 40 times.
Yes.
Starting left back now by the looks of it instead of Gvardiol.
That's interesting, yeah.
I mean, Gvardiol actually played loads, so maybe he played left-sided centre-back instead of Guehi? No, he played 53.
Definitely swapping it around somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, let's find out. Who started the final? We didn't really look at that. So Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Saliba, and Guehi played on the right. That's interesting.
Yeah, that tells me something then.
Yeah. Is that how he's been playing throughout the whole season? So we've got a 5-1 win here. Yeah, Guehi's on the right again. Although Rodri's playing centre-back there, that makes 0 sense. But there we go. Vitinha had a 10 out of 10 rating in that game. So Riley's actually playing some games.
Yeah.
You've got nearly £200 million again to spend this summer. don't know where you're going to put that money.
I've got an idea, but I've got to see what players are available in that one position I feel is my weak point now.
All right, well, let's have a look then at the points. Season 4 points. Luke got 0 again, but Dad got 10, which means the total points are Omega Luke with 15, Dad with 33. My final key signing for Iraola is left-back Alphonso Davies. I unfortunately lost both Kirkes and my backup left-back this summer on free transfers, so I needed to replace them with a player who's willing to sacrifice Champions League football.
My final signing for Maresca is a new right-back in Michael Coyote, 134 million from Newcastle, but I think that covers the only weakness in my team.
Now, that is a lot of money to spend.
It was a lot
Coyote.
of money, yeah. I'll be perfectly honest with you, mate. I looked all over for a new right back. I sent my scouts out for right backs, and probably Michael Coyote was probably the best one of the bunch that I could find, really.
Tonali has left the club. There's a few players that have actually left the club on free transfers as well. And then the only other player that you actually brought in was Rodrigue Diaz, who is a new gen goalkeeper.
Yeah, I had bring my goalkeeper in. Then he's a 19-year-old, really good keeper for the future. But do you know what I was finding was each time I was signing a player, they were part of their promises that you had to give the players were that you would improve your goalkeepers. And I'm looking at it thinking, why do I need to improve? I've got 2 really good keepers, and each player I was signing, they kept on saying it. I thought, eventually I bought this guy in, and he actually is better than Telford. So Trafford, sorry, yeah. So I brought him in. I dropped Trafford into the under 21s, put him in the first team, but made him available for the under 21s.
All right, fair enough.
So that's what I've done.
Whether Maresca plays him or not is a different story. Now, Iraola has kind of frustrated me a little bit in this so far, but I unfortunately lost a lot of players because of the free transfers. They're just not wanting to sign deals, but there we go. I mean, we've sold a few players this season as well. Mateus Fernandes Pardo went for £17 million profit, £43 million there. We got Jeremy Jacket, who went for £37 million, which I think is roughly what we paid a little bit more. I think we paid 45. And Rio Ngamoa went to Leeds for £30 million. I thought, if I'm not going to use him, I'll just get rid of him. Mamardashvili's gone. Kirkes went on a free transfer, which was really frustrating for me. I think that was the most annoying one. So I had to bring in a backup goalkeeper myself, and I brought in Senny Lomans from Real Madrid. So Manchester United's current goalkeeper, he just comes in as my backup. Kenneth Eichhorn, though, was the 2 signings that in centre midfield and attacking midfield. Kenneth Eichhorn from Inter Milan, £73 million. Not a bad little defensive midfielder there, next to Boadi potentially, but I don't know whether he will play because of Kone. And then Mateus Sule, who obviously was where Kone came from, plays in a number of different positions, including naturally as a defensive, as a attacking right and a centre attacking midfielder. Again, I put all of my eggs in the basket this summer. I had a plan. So last year, I thought, right, centre back wise, that's the only position I think I can improve Jarrell Conser, but I need £250 million to get Pau Kabasi.
Yeah.
That's the only one I need to get. So he flirted with me this whole transfer window, said he doesn't want to move until after the World Cup. After the World Cup, I had £300 million sat in my bank waiting for Pau Kabasi, get an agreed deal by Barcelona, doesn't want to join a club because they're not in the Champions League. Fair enough.
There you go.
So then I realised we didn't have any left backs. So after I bought all these players, I thought, oh, rubbish. We haven't got a left back. Alphonso Davies joins from Bayern Munich in the middle of August, and he's fine with not playing Champions League football, and he's got 4 assists and 2 appearances already and a £60 million move. So yeah, we've done all right in the end, but there we go. Very frustrating. We had to qualify for the Europa Conference League. That's how embarrassing that was. We beat Maribor on aggregate 4-1, but we did drop points against Nottingham Forest, 3-3 against them, which was disappointing. Szoboszlai got the
of course he did.
got the equaliser in the 93rd minute. Bloody typical,
you couldn't write those, good.
No. We did beat Ipswich 6-0. Alexander Isak got 4 in that one. Ekitike got 2. And we did beat Brighton 4-1, which is nice. And Bournemouth, Iraiola's old side, 2-0. Vuskovic is playing in that one. The Conference League, interesting. Bratislava, Apollon, Monaco again. We seem to play them quite a lot. Vikingo, who is an Icelandic side. Dinamo Tbilisi and Hajduk Split. We surely have to be the only good team in this, I imagine. I mean, there's no really there that's scaring me at all. No.
Monaco, Fenerbahce.
Monaco and Fenerbahce, that is it.
Yeah.
We have got to be winning this. Seville, maybe, but they don't have Unai Emery.
No.
So, now, Or do they? Imagine if he was Unai.
That'd be some funny, wouldn't it?
Almeida. No, I think we should be winning that. That's an advantage, to be fair, because points-wise, we definitely need it. I don't think we can win this, but thank you very much for everybody who got to the Season 5 crew. Let us know if you're down in the comments.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
If you're part of the Season 5 crew. Now, Dad, let's have a look at your fixtures at the start of the season. We have got a Community Shield win on penalties over Harry Kane's Chelsea.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Moises Caicedo missed the last penalty there. Lost to Brighton. Carlos Baleba scored in that one. Crystal Palace beat them 2-1. Erling Haaland and Cherki. Ipswich 5-1. Cherki and Paz got a brace. Then Tottenham 3-1. Erling Haaland picks up a hat-trick. So it's a good start.
Yeah, I mean, Erling Haaland does what Haaland does, doesn't he? I think that's the biggest advantage over you I had with the two teams.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland was young enough to do the 5 seasons.
Yeah, but I've had Isak and Ekatike.
Yeah, but we just know how good Erling Haaland is.
Yeah.
So you just got to supply him. Just give him the ammunition.
I think your biggest advantage is that every player you've bought, Maresca's played.
Yeah.
Whereas Jude Bellingham's playing left wing, which is not where I intended to buy him. PSG in the Champions League, Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, Rangers, Nice, Barcelona away, Juve away, Club Brugge and Galatasaray at home.
That's all right.
The hard games are away, Dad.
Yes. Win my home games and I'll be through. What are you going to do in Europe? Win your home games.
Season number 5 then. Only one Champions League has been won, 2 Premier Leagues, 1 each. What's his final season got for us? All right, final season, Dad. You claimed the league title again. 85 points to my 79.
Yeah, happy with that.
Leeds, after they did unbelievably well, get the Champions League a couple of seasons ago, relegated. Bottom, 28th. That makes 0 sense. Dejan Stankovic is the new manager there. Okay, you lost 7 games. Didn't lose to me. I only lost 5. Lost to you once, so we drew the other game, but I drew way too many games. That is appalling. Look at all those terrible draws that I've got in there. That's why. I mean, I drew to Leeds, drew to Wolves, Everton. I should not be drawing of those games.
No.
Iraola's fault. Premier League, let's have a look at the goals. Erling Haaland got another 31. That's crazy. So he keeps on. I think that's 3 seasons he got 30 or at least 30. 29 for Alexander Isak, though.
Just run on him. Yeah, right
33 games. Nico Paz got 21. Ekatike got 15. Cherki got 13. Not bad. Come on. Did we win anything else? Europa Conference League and FA Cup and EFL Cup. Oh, we've done a treble. Lovely stuff.
Whoa.
Fenerbahce in the final. Beat them 3-0. Jude Bellingham and Ekatike with the 3 goals. That's lovely stuff. Semi-final beat Sevilla. Trabzonspor in the quarters. Round of 16 Tromsø. Did we play in the knockout playoffs? Surely not. We didn't. League phase. Did we top it? We didn't. We lost. Who did we lose to? Monaco. Monaco away. Don't matter though, we've gone on to win the whole competition. I'll take that. We won the EFL Cup. 2-1 against Brighton in extra time. Oh, we equalised in the last minute after they scored in the 92nd. What a boring final that was.
Finally coming alive.
Yeah. Where did you get to, Dad, in this one? So you were knocking out Sheffield United in the 3rd round. 4th round, beating Manchester United. Quarter-final, Bournemouth knocked you out. There we go.
1-0.
FA Cup. Yes! Come on. Let's go. So a nice little win there over you in the final. Isak scored a Rodgers assist. So looking at this, Isak, Rodgers, Wirtz, Sule, kind of as I expected, Buadi and Pacho, Joan Garcia, and on your side, Elise Paz. Pretty much again how we set it up to be.
Yeah.
For you.
My right back didn't play.
No, but I'm not surprised if he's playing an inverted fullback.
Yeah.
So they sit in as a centre back where he's been perfect for that role. Then you've got basically a back three of Gvardiol, Saliba, and Gehi. What an unbelievable back three that is.
Yeah.
With Karabashvili bombing forward. So yeah, lovely stuff. But the last thing we need to check is how did Dad do in the Champions League? Oh, he's won it. You won it, being Arbeloa's Real Madrid.
Come on.
Oh, that's really up and I had a good season then, and then you've gone and done a double. Typical. Let's have a look how that campaign went. So, 7th place.
Oh, that's quite low.
Lost to Juve. Drew to PSG and Atletico Madrid. Round of 16, beat Bayern Munich. Wow. Quarter-final, Red Bull Salzburg, who done well to get there. Semi-final, PSG.
Oh, that's the one, isn't it? 5-1 in aggregate.
Against Luis Enrique's PSG, who's obviously done you the last season in the final. Well done, Dad.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Oh, well done, Maresca.
Yeah.
With Dad's help. 45 goals from Erling Haaland, 35 and 15 from Paz.
Nico Paz. That is really good.
Do you think that's your best signing?
Him in
Camavinga?
No, Michael Elise. Because I signed Michael Elise in the first season, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I think it's got to be. He had one bad season, I believe. Really. I mean, he only scored 5 goals this season, but Nico Paz scored 35 goals, so that he can't be far off my worst signing, I reckon, really. So
no,
it's between them two, I think.
My final season, then. Let's see the goals for Alexander Isak with 47 as well. Ekitike with 40. Wow,
them two done well, then, didn't they?
Stat padded in the Conference League, that innit? 20 and 25 for Florian Wirtz, Jude Bellingham 16 and 9, Morgan Rogers 13 and 18. Best signing for me? Maybe Pacho. I think Pacho potentially.
Yeah.
Buhari ain't done too bad either, considering that was a bit of a risk. I'm going to go with Pacho. I think Pacho is probably my best signing. But let us know if you disagree. If you think it's another player, let us know. If you want the save game file for this one, by the way, obviously there's no tactics involved. But if you do want to carry it on, by all means, let me know and I can send that through to patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming or on the YouTube channel members. Channel members, hopefully you've been enjoying having the early access to certain videos as well. But thank you everybody who supports us on that level and helps Dad being here. Let's check out the final points tally. Season number 5 then, Omega Luke with 12 and Dad with 9, which means the total points are Omega Luke with 27, Dad with 42. So you wiped the floor with me in the end, Dad,
yes.
But I'll blame Iraola. I think I bought good enough players.
I think I've got to agree with you, really.
To do damage in that.
Yeah, he definitely didn't play the players that you bought from in the right positions.
Yeah, but either way, I enjoyed doing the Director of Football mode.
Yeah, it was good.
Maybe we'll do like one where it's sort of like a little bit lower down, because obviously we've done a lot of the bigger teams. Let us know any of your suggestions. We'll do Director of Football mode in the lower leagues. Maybe we could do it across 10 seasons. That might be an interesting one. Do it across 10 seasons without any input in like a lower league. So we'll see if they get promoted, etc. Where we can pick the assistant manager, who of course be in charge. That's an interesting one. If you want to see that, let us know down in the comments. But on screen right now is another 10-year one where we started off unemployed and we race to see who can win the most trophies in 10 years.